are your contractor. Contractors, we like working with contractors of all kind. There's so many different kind of contractors. You've seen our spray foam, our green guy that we work with. Insulation is something people have all kinds of questions about because there's so many issues. There's so many. There's a couple different kinds of spray foam insulation that you can use. So people have questions. They want to know. Our strategy with our customer from EnviroGreen Insulation was to actually, well, answer those questions for people and let them see exactly what the products are used for and how they're used. So we did case studies. You can be a nonprofit. Nonprofits, it's a great way to use video. I'm always surprised when I go to a website of a nonprofit and there's absolutely nothing on the site that helps me get a feel, a sense of what that nonprofit does. I think video captures that really well. Pictures are great, don't get me wrong. A picture is worth 1,000 words, but to have a video of what your nonprofit does says a lot. It speaks volumes about the organization. It adds credibility, and I think video adds credibility to any business or organization. So video is a way to tell your story. Also, I think if you businesses of all types, we can help businesses. Even if you think, pet grooming, whether you work in the automobile industry, let's say you're a salesperson for a dealership. Now, we may have to go through a couple of hoops at your dealership to make sure that you can actually do this, but there's nothing that says as a salesperson you can't talk about the cars that are available at your dealership and ask people to give you that business. That's all you're doing. You're just asking people to give you that business. Perhaps you're a therapist. Maybe you do coaching. Maybe you do training. Maybe you're an artist. I can't think of a better way to tell your story as an artist and set yourself apart from other artists in the city. Maybe you're a realtor. Realtors, this is a big one because there are a lot of services now where you can actually put images of your property that you're listing and put them and make a slideshow. You pay a monthly fee whether you have new properties or not. Um, and then, we don't get to know you as the realtor. We still just see that picture of you. We don't get to see you in that video actually talking about the property. So I think as a realtor, having videos is a great way to set yourself apart from competing realtors so that people get an idea and a sense of who you are and how you conduct your personal business. Maybe you're a speaker. Of course, speaking, your product is speaking. So to have videos of you speaking at an event or to actually have you speaking directly to someone in the video, that's always a great thing. Restaurants, of course, showing the restaurant, the feel. Maybe you want to have and highlight specials throughout the week. Maybe you want to have testimonials of people who've been to the restaurant. Maybe you want to show someone what the kitchen looks like in the restaurant. A lot of people don't like to do this. They don't want to be transparent. But maybe you have the owner. Maybe you highlight an employee. Maybe you do an employee of the month video. There are all kinds of things that you can do, not just for restaurants, but for any of these businesses. I think anyone who is wanting to enhance or increase their audience can use video. I mean, I think it's that versatile and it's that adaptable. The kinds of videos, we've talked a lot about this in the previous slide, but you've got to think of your audience. Think of your business style. If you're a dentist, you probably don't want to have funny, maybe you want to have funny style videos. It depends on your personality, but you don't want to do anything that would freak people off or turn them off to your business. So you have to think about if there's info that would help your potential customer go from being a potential customer to a customer. What can you do to pre-sell them about your business and about your industry? Product demonstrations are great. We talked about those. Testimonials, we talked about those. Frequently asked questions, case studies, problem solve. Maybe one thing that we did with our client with EnviroGreen Insulation, one of the problems that would happen during the winter is because of all the raised houses we have in the city of New Orleans, everyone would have cold floors. How do you solve that problem? Well, you insulate underneath those floors. But what kinds of insulation do you use? So that was a perfect opportunity for us to go in and make a video about how you could handle the problem of cold floors in the winter. And we did that on an actual house that uh, he had the opportunity to spray foam. He called me up and said, hey, this is the house that I have and I want to do a video about this. Can we do it? And that's oftentimes how it works. We have our packages that are available, and we really want you to take advantage of those. But there's going to be a time after the fact when you might say, hey, I want to do a video about XYZ. You'll have a thought and you'll say, can we do it? And I'll invariably say yes. And we'll just sit down, lay out the lay of the land, figure out how we want to do it, and go from there. Introducing your staff, your owners. That's another thing. A lot of people don't do that, but it's worked really well in industries such as hair salons, where people have the option of choosing who they want to work with once they get to your business. So I think that that's a great way to not only introduce people to the business over and over, but to introduce them individually to the staff and to the owners. Specials or sales, this is something I think would work great in retail and restaurants, much like the Groupon model where people are getting a discount. Why not do that with you don't need Groupon to necessarily do that. What you need is an audience, and that's why Groupon works, is that so many people are registered with Groupon. But there's nothing that would prevent you from sending the same kind of offer via video to your supporters and to your clients. Training. I think training is a big one because it's something that's repetitive. It's something that we do all the time. If you're a business that you have and you have employee trainings, you have employee orientations, putting some of that on video to maybe free up some of your time or some of your manager or assistant manager's time, I think is a great way to use video. Sit your new employee in front of a laptop, in front of a computer. You can even give them a link and say, hey, watch this on your smartphone, your iPhone, watch this later tonight, whatever. You can have them view these videos and then come back, okay, did you understand the videos? What did it say? So there's all kinds of ways to do this such that you're providing the same training and making sure that they're actually retaining it and actually understanding it. A site visit or a welcome. You come to a website and we're bombarded with all kinds of information, but rarely are we actually welcomed and addressed from the actual site owner or the owner of the business. So that's another thing that I think is possible. Basically, what you want to do with video is you want to tell your story. What's your story? That's what I'll ask you to think about when we get together. Tell your story. What's your story? How is it unique? How is it different? This is going to help you determine what you want to share with the world about your business, your service, your nonprofit organization. Lastly, who can use video? Anyone who wants to rank well in the search engines. Think about it. If you need to rank well, then you need video. I challenge you to look at any search term and see if you don't see video on the first page or close on the second. You may not see icons, but you'll see a link that has a video. If there are videos there, a lot of terms in the search engines right now that you look for, they actually have a video. Look up your own individual business, no matter what city you're in. Put in your business and what people might be looking for. If there are no videos there, that's an opportunity for you. Video works, and it's actually been proven. One research group, the Forrester Research Group, did a study, and what they saw was that videos are 50 times more likely to rank on the first page of Google. That's pretty astounding. I mean, I've known that. I've been preaching this for years, for at least the last 4 years. However, it's beginning to really take hold, and people are really beginning to understand it. So, with all that, I say, who can use video? You, my friend, can use video. Take good care. We'll talk to you soon. This is Monica Dillon with VideoYourBiz.com, and we look forward to working with you soon.